There is more new Stellar Blade content than you might think, including new outfits, new quality of life features and an awesome new boss, all available on both the PS5 and the newly released PC version. Plus the new Nikkei DLC also brings some pretty cool new stuff, so let's go over all of it. To celebrate the release of the PC version, every player, so PS5 as well, will receive the new Crimson Wings outfit for free. I got it as soon as I booted up the game, so you don't need to do anything for it to appear in your inventory. And while it's far from the only new outfit in the update, this lovely red dress is already a nice addition to Eve's wardrobe. Of course, if you have the PC version, you can admire it in even more detail as it supports features like uncapped frame rates and ultra-wide resolutions, but there are some nice quality of life additions that apply to all versions of the game as well, including some new language options. Japanese voiceovers are now available in all regions, and simplified Chinese has also been added with this new update. And a new addition everyone will enjoy is custom control schemes, as every individual action can now be rebound to a button of your choice. This even includes control schemes for specific activities, like fishing for example. But the most exciting new addition is the new free boss Mon, who is also the key to unlocking the new Royal Guard suit, probably my new favorite outfit in the game. It's of course inspired by the Royal Guards you fight throughout the story, and the cybernetic arms and red touches look really cool. But the best part is of course the almost holographic looking cloak, which none of Eve's other outfits have. It's also a bit of a mark of pride, as Mon is not an easy boss to defeat, but I've got some tips for you that will help you defeat him that I'll share later in the video. Next to all this free content, ShiftUp also dropped a new DLC collaboration, this time with the gacha shooter Nikkei. For $10 you're actually getting a decent amount of content, as the DLC includes 6 new outfits, new hairstyles, a new questline and a very challenging new boss that you unlock after completing said quest. In order to start, you want to head to the Wasteland map and find the special Nikkei quest marker, where you'll meet a new NPC called Scarlet and her robo-dog companion Volt, who functions as a shopkeeper. From here you can pick up 5 missing item requests, which will then appear marked on your map. 2 of these are in the Wastelands map, the other 3 can be found in the Great Desert, the second explorable map in the game. You'll know you're in the right place when you see Volt, who is barking at a box drone carrying the item you're looking for. Simply jump up to it and interact with it to start the mission, which is an entirely new activity exclusive to this DLC. Basically, you're playing through a Nikkei level as Eve, so your main actions are aiming, shooting and using circle to jump from cover to cover. You need to take out waves of enemies until a boss appears, and after you defeat that, you'll get the missing item and can return to Scarlet to hand it in. This rewards you with 2 currency items you can use at Volt to buy the new outfits and hairstyles. Don't think about it too hard, as you will eventually be able to earn all of them if you complete all of the new missions. And while the first one is pretty easy, they actually do get a bit trickier, but luckily I have some tips for these too. For starters, you want to pay attention to the burst meter on the right side of your screen, which you fill by simply hitting enemies. Once full, you can use it to trigger one of 3 special attacks. If you're overwhelmed by enemies, pressing triangle will call Adam and Lily for support, who will help you out with a bombing run that hits the entire field. If you're close to death, pressing square triggers a wide arcing slash from Eve's sword that stuns all enemies and also gives you a large chunk of your health back. And finally, pressing X supercharges your weapon, which now fires explosive rounds and has unlimited ammo for a short duration. You can also get health kits from the little loot drones you're familiar with from the base game, so you want to keep an eye out for those too. And while most missions are straightforward, there's one that's a bit trickier, and that's this one in the Great Desert called Scarlet and Volt Circumstance. In order to reach the drone here, you need to look for a movable box hidden behind a rock nearby, then use it to reach these handholds and make your way up to the box drone. And by the way, if you enjoyed the video so far, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to make sure you don't miss the next one. Now the mission itself is also different from the others, as rather than simply killing all Naytiba, you need to defend Lily until the timer runs out by keeping enemies out of the zone in the middle, which is easier said than done, but luckily the air support and healing melee burst skills really shine in this encounter, as they can lock down and damage a ton of enemies at once. Also keep an eye out for these special explosive drones that sometimes appear in the middle of the capture zone. Shooting these causes them to draw in all nearby enemies and then explode, often killing them outright. Use these to your best advantage and you should be able to make it through in a couple of tries. After completing all challenges and buying all items at Volt, a final cutscene will trigger, signaling the completion of the quest. But there is still one final surprise waiting for you, as doing so unlocks Scarlet Scarlet as a boss in the boss challenge, and if you manage to defeat her, you unlock a new outfit, hairstyle and music track. It's definitely worth trying the boss at least once just to see the amazing boss arena, which is very different from what we've seen from the game so far. Scarlet is a lightning fast katana wielder with long combos and some insane maneuverability, so it will definitely take some attempts to get her moves down, and that's not even mentioning her crazy second phase. Still though, even without beating the boss, you will already have some pretty amazing cosmetics unlocked. I particularly love the hairstyles in this collab. The Noble Elegant style offers this extremely long and wavy haircut, and the two hairstyles with the military beret also look really good on Eve. The outfits are pretty varied too, with the more stylish looking elegant dress or the very pink cooling suit, but my two favorites however are the Missing Link and the Elysian combat uniform. The Missing Link immediately jumps out thanks to the mechanical wings and tail, and while they don't allow you to fly, the wings kind of move around when you do too. And the Elysian combat uniform is just this badass combat look, with a tough leather jacket and two bandoliers on Eve's hips, really looking ready for battle here. If you fancy showcasing these outfits yourself, there are some new poses and facial expressions that have been added to photo mode with the update as well. And a ton of new outfits have also been added to the game for free, but unfortunately most of these only become available on your third playthrough, so New Game Plus+, which is why I didn't get them yet. We're showing some of them on screen here, recorded by Harry94. Link to his channel will be in the description. But yeah, as I said, my favorite is still that Royal Guard outfit, so let's talk about how to get it. First, you'll need to finish the game, as this unlocks Man's boss fight in the boss challenge mode. Defeating him on normal mode is already enough to earn the Royal Guard suit, so don't bother upping the difficulty, and if you don't have all upgrades unlocked, make sure you pick the option to play as max level Eve, which also does not influence your rewards. During the first phase of the fight, Man will stick with his blade, switching between single and double bladed attacks and mostly attacking in patterns of 2 or 4 hits. He always starts the fight with the same move, so you can use your gap closer and follow up to immediately get some damage in. While he attacks regularly, he definitely leaves an opening after his combo for you to attack, so once you begin to understand his patterns, you'll quickly learn when it's safe to deal some damage. There is one attack you really want to watch out for during this first phase, which is his long range shot, as it cannot be parried and deals a ton of damage. And you of course want as much health and healing remaining before going into phase 2. Luckily, unblockable attacks are of course marked by a yellow glare, so it's easy to see this one coming, you just need to get the timing right. Then, after his health reaches about 2/3, a short cutscene will play and you'll enter phase 2, where Man now switches between a giant two-handed axe and a fast and far-reaching spear. The axe attacks are pretty slow and easy to parry, but many of them are unblockable, so you also need to be ready to dodge. Especially the grab attacks, where he just stun locks you into a combo, are dangerous, so keep your distance when you see him charging up those. The spear is his fastest moveset, giving you the least space to heal, so you either want to stand your ground until he switches back, or stun him out of a combo with some of your beta attacks. Finally, he also has a very dangerous ultimate combo, where he charges his blade to cover almost the entire arena. You can learn the timings to parry this, or you can do what I did and switch to Taki mode, then spam the drill attack to completely ignore him and deal some decent damage. After that, he should be low enough where you can finish him with some quick combos and attacks. Let me know your favorite edition in the comments, subscribe to make sure you don't miss the next video, and leave a like on this one if you enjoyed it. You can also watch our video covering the previous Nier DLC collab by clicking on the screen, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye!